Good afternoon and welcome to another crypto market update with Glenny Doge. So I wanted to go over some of the basic stuff here. Um, you have to understand with cryptocurrency that there are cycles. These are cycles because oftentimes I'll be talking about um, talking about crypto with friends or whatever, and I mention, you know, this cycle. I think for this cycle, this coin's topped out or whatever. Um, but you have to understand it's not when I first got in, I I had no idea. Right? It's a learning curve for everyone, and it's still a very new thing. But I just thought, it's like the stock market, and it'll keep going up and up and up and up and up, and that's why I held on way too long and ended up turning profits into a negative return, because the cycle topped out. So don't think it's like just destined to keep climbing and climbing and climbing like the S&P 500. Uh, so what I have here is the Bitcoin chart on the weekly time frame. That way we can see here the 2018 cycle. So, and I'm not going to go back further than that. We're just going to focus on from 2018 up. Um, so you're down here in a bear market and you start to move up, turns to a bull market, your cycle tops, and then it crashes. The top is in and it crashes all the way down here, which is just above where you were. So you have a large crash, you go into your bear market. You're in your bear market from somewhere in here all the way over to somewhere in here. Again, bull market comes back around and you start to move up. So you enter a bull market somewhere in this area. You start to move up. You move way up. This is 2021 now. You move up, and 2021 was different because there was a double top, which that was the first time that had ever been seen, and hopefully the last time. But it actually ended up going higher on the second push. Anyways, you have your cycle top. So it tops out and again crashes, goes all the way down here, but doesn't go below where you started. So that's just a quick summary of how the cycles in cryptocurrency work. And by the time this cycle is over, I expect $120,000 Bitcoin, at least. I would say that's a safe bet. So that's my expectation. I don't think the top is in yet. I don't think this is the top. Now let's talk about what's going on today. Another day of sideways trading. The uptrend has not been broken. We went down again just on this last 4-hour candle. We are consolidating in a very tight pattern and have been bouncing off of critical support just under 31 cents. As long as we can continue to bounce off of that resistance and not go any lower, I do think there's hope for a big move in the near future. Looking at the hourly MACD for Dogecoin, we just made a bullish cross above the orange signal line. Now this is the MACD for the Bitcoin chart on the hourly, and you can see the difference. It looks much weaker than altcoins do. Altcoins are holding up much better than Bitcoin. That's a good sign for altcoin season. That's a good sign for altcoins if you're holding altcoins. Now you see Ethereum's MACD, and it doesn't look nearly as bad as Bitcoin. And we can flip right back to it. Look at that. The downward momentum is huge. Shiba Inu looks very good on the MACD. Made that bullish cross above the orange line and looking like it's going to make a push towards resistance. I would say for the next couple of hours, we should see some green candles. And we may see this resistance at 224 get tested again, and hopefully it will break through it. I think altcoins are going to start to take off, and Bitcoin is going to be on the sideline. As long as it holds up, alt season is okay. If it crashes, that affects everything. We've seen it time and time again. Now, within the past few hours, the Bitcoin dominance has fallen. And we got a rejection up here. It fell all the way down. We need that Bitcoin dominance to fall below 55% in order for alt season to begin. Now, I want to point out before I go that the fear and greed has fell down to neutral territory at 54. That's a good sign. Bitcoin ETF inflows are way up. Ethereum ETF inflows are up. I found a very exciting article on Dogecoin. I found this article on TradingView. I will leave the link for it in the description. That way you can go and read it if you would like. They make some very good points, and I think that this target between 235 and 260 is very realistic based on historical performance in past bull runs. So thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe, and as always, none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Just my opinion. You have to make your own decisions.